This is a video for how to go about creating a spherical object with cuts along different planes in Autodesk Fusion. You'll notice the object on the screen is a sphere but has cuts that move along different planes and can kind of morph different directions. So I'm going to show how to create this in Fusion and also how to use the move copy command efficiently. So we're going to create a new design, and let's make sure that we are in millimeters. It doesn't really matter too much if you're in inches as well, but I'm going to be in millimeters for the sake of creating the object. And in the origin menu, we're going to right click on XZ and we're going to go to create sketch. And this will now turn towards us. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to grab a hold of the circle command and I'm going to reference just this center point. I'm just going to come straight up and I'm going to click anywhere up here and I'm going to put in, let's just say a diameter of, I'm just going to choose a diameter of 3. Let's use the vertical constraint just to make sure. So I'm going to go to the center of my object here and make sure that we are vertically constrained with the origin. And that will help us out here in a little bit. So we have just a diameter of 3. It's not going to matter too much once we do a little bit of a circular pattern. I'd like for you to notice that I have not really specified a distance from the origin up to the center of the circle. That will help us with our design as we move forward. Let's go to create and we're going to go to circular pattern. The object is the circle. The center point is the origin. We want to put in 32. Total. That's just kind of a random number at 32. And we want these now to be tangent. I want these to touch at one point. Think about two baseballs just resting up against each other. They don't go through the other baseball. They just rest up against it. We'll grab a hold of the tangent constraint. We will go to our original circle and go to the circle next to it. And you'll see now this kind of changed in its size. Had I put in a numerical constraint from the origin to the center of one of the circles, this would not have allowed these to be tangent. They would have had to stay where they were. I'm going to right click and say OK. We're going to go to the line command and I want to reference just the center of our circle. We're just going to reference it. We're not going to click, and I'm going to drag straight up. And the fact that we did that original vertical constraint from the origin to the center of one of our circles guarantees now this goes right along this axis. We're going to go right up above, and I'll switch you to click and just drag all the way down through the object. We're just going to go all the way through, I should say the design. We don't have a full object yet, but just right down through the design. Next, we'll go to the trim command, and we're going to be trimming off half of this design. I can click and hold down on my left button on my mouse and just kind of drag through here. So as I go through and hold down, I want to get rid of half of this. I'm almost just kind of using an eraser as I go through each of these parts, and I only want to get rid of half of this object. Now, I should say design. So now I have half of my design here. The next thing we want to do is kind of create this kind of down, up, kind of an arcing design on the left side. So I already have half of an up over here, so we're going to make sure that we get the down of this. So I'm just going to go up, down, every other one here. Up, down, up, down. Just keep on going through the object here, through the design. Just going to go right on through. We're going to trim off this bottom half down here. Up here at the top, I got another little half. We have our axis. Let's go to finish sketch. Zoom in a little bit down here. Notice how we now have this kind of, perfect little kind of up-down curvature object. We will now go to revolve. It already says that we have the profile selected. So what Fusion sees here is a closed sketch. I always say I could pour water inside of this sketch and no water would leak out. It views it as a closed sketch. For axis, we are going to choose our vertical line. Now for you, it probably went to a full revolution. You're going to want to go to a partial revolution, have 180 selected. That's 180 degrees. We only want half of one, and it should automatically say new body, and I say OK. And now over in our browser, you can see we now have a sketch, and we also have a body right here. Now we'll be utilizing the origin menu for some revolutions that we're going to do. We're going to go to modify, and let's go to move copy. And it says new move object. A body is what we want. So what body do we want? What selection? I can click on this, or I can come over to our browser and select body 1. We are going to be rotating, so make sure you have rotate selected. The axis that we will be rotating this around is going to be the Z axis. That's where we can come over and utilize the origin menu and click Z. We want this to rotate 180 degrees, and we want to say create copy. Now I don't want to just rotate the original, I want to create a copy of it. So we'll have ourselves a new body. See how it's already referencing a body 2 over here? This will now be 2 separate bodies. We will say OK. Now if you just take a look, this thing looks kind of like a spinning top with some curves in it. What we want to do now is rotate body 2 90 degrees. We'll go to Modify, Move Copy, Body. The selection will be body 2. We will have Rotate. In this case, though, the axis is the Y-axis. We will select the Y-axis out of body. We do not want to have Create Copy selected, and we're going to choose 90 degrees. And this now rotates. We'll say OK. We'll grab a hold of Free Orbit. Let's just take a look at what we have now. We now have that curvature and that object. Kind of a neat object to create. That move copy command is not really used too much. A lot of people just move it just to kind of move things around or to maybe rotate something when they're trying to do an assembly. But there's different ways that you can use that when it comes to creating different designs through the use of bodies. Now, I like just going over to the Modify command, and if you want to change the appearance, I went into the paint, folder, and in the original thing you saw me with the yellow, but kind of neat to drag out and see this in different colors. You can put this in Chrome, get some shine on it, makes it look pretty neat. So this has been a video for how to go about creating a sphere with cuts along different planes and utilize the Move Copy command in Autodesk Fusion.